Mahadev. Saturn Mercury Ketu Conjunction, which is one of the most interesting, very commonly misunderstood conjunction in Vedic astrology. Why so? Why they are silent geniuses and why do they have an unique mind? Let's figure it out in this video today. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and watch till the end. Check out the playlists where I have explained various planetary conjunctions in Vedic astrology. So, what is Saturn? Saturn is delay. Saturn is frustration, limitation, boundaries, retribution, routine, repetitive work. And what is Ketu? Ketu is self-reflection. A planet which works mysteriously, who makes us self-reflect, contemplate, cogitate, subliminally, subconsciously. Now, what is Mercury? Mercury is speech. Mercury is logical, analytical intelligence. Mercury lets us comprehend things, understand things. And he is the youthfulness. He is the one who makes us feel alive, gives us the joy of youth, whether you are 80 years old or 15 years old. Mercury makes you feel, like a youth. That is the Mercury. Now, when they are together in one house, one sign, what happens? Three of them together here, Mercury being the weakest one, inferior to them in energy and wobbly, and smallest among them, these three. Mercury takes the heavy toll of these two malefic planets, Ketu and Saturn. They are malefic planets, yes. Now, what happens? These people's life, these natives, the children's, these people's life, the Mercurian things starts developing slowly, with delay, with confusion. What do I mean by that? Mercurian thing, speech. These children, they speak late. Let's say after 2.5, 3.5 in age, or maybe later they start speaking, these children, okay. Even when they are in school, they learn slowly. Slowly they comprehend, slowly their comprehension skills develop, okay. They remain confused, not like other kids, they have whatever they have done, now they are playing. They cannot do that. They are busy wondering, they are busy thinking, understanding, quiet, they are quiet. And they cannot just simply go and play with other kids just because they have understood something. So that those things, the youthfulness of the Mercury, that also gets delayed. Especially with Saturn Mercury, what happens? Here, even when they are trying to express themselves like the other kids, they are trying to express themselves joyously, playfully. Some Saturnian figure in their life, probably the school teacher or some father or mother or some uncle or neighbor or some guardian, they scold them and robs away the joy of Mercurian things, okay, resulting in which they feel dejected, and again their confusion increases and they try to perfect things. Saturn Mercurian perfection, that whatever I do, that has to be perfect. If I say something, that has to be perfect. Now, when you add Ketu's energy onto that, it becomes much more complex and dire. The child doesn't know how to perfect that speech or how to perfect their comprehensions, so that they can express themselves without any flaws, so that they don't have to get the scolding or the critical feedback from other people, from their elders, because Saturn is the elder people. Okay, Saturn represents the elders in our life. So they seem, that's why they are the quiet people. They stay quiet. That if I say something, then that will not be perfect. I will be scolded, I will be, I will feel ashamed, or that probably that will not make sense to that person. Okay, so I should stay quiet, and that's what happens. They stay quiet, and these are one of the quietest kids, quietest teenagers you can find. Okay, so resulting in which, how they are becoming genius? Because they are quiet. Maunam sarvat siddham. Okay, when somebody stays maun, meaning silent, doesn't speak, they get all the siddhis within. Okay, because they are not wasting the speech, they are not simply uttering sentences, simply blabbering like everybody else. Okay, whenever they speak a perfect sentence. So in that way, the energy which is absorbed within, that goes inside, that penetrates within, helps them cogitate, contemplate and self-reflect on their life, on their own mind, and that results in development of the Ketu energy. Because Ketu energy develops slowly. It takes time for the Ketu to mature slowly. It is the last planet which matures at the age of 48. Okay, so they don't have to wait till 48 to become intelligent or genius. They become genius before that also, but it takes time. And as I have explained in my 2 planetary conjunction series, you must watch them. Go to my channel, here you will find the playlists, or I will tag it here, Saturn Ketu Conjunction. In that I have told how the people are continuously engaged in routine repetitive activities which is silent, quiet, and which is actually nivritti. Nivritti meaning the act of not doing anything, the act of not engaging, disengaging, the act of inaction, that is nivritti. So these people, the Saturn Ketu people, they get engaged in activities which are inaction in routine repetitive manner. Now how can inaction be routine repetitive? How can disengagement be routine repetitive? Now in their case, very interestingly, the Mercury, the analytical intelligence, the contemplative ability of Ketu and the analytical intelligence of Mercury gets entangled together, the infusion of the energy. They are routine repetitively analyzing things within their own mind, in their own cognitive space. Okay, they are routine repetitively always comprehending things, analyzing things, cogitating things, okay, doing their own research work inside their own mind. That's what makes them unique, okay, extremely unique, and they turn out to be genius people. When they continue to do so, when regardless of what adversities they face in their life, adversities has to come, without which you cannot build your character. Adversities has to come, difficulties has to come into somebody's life, otherwise you won't be able to create character. If you are given a BMW from the childhood, all the cash and the credit card and all the comfort and all the ease of life, you become nothing. Okay, so without adversity nobody becomes anything. Okay, so regardless of all the difficulties you face, you are still facing in your life or have been facing, if you continue to do this routine repetitive continuous silent cogitative contemplative logical analytical analysis within your own mind, then you are bound to become a genius person. Genius, yes, their geniuses are not found everywhere, right? So these people are genius people. They can be anything. They can be a writer, a simple shop owner who sells vegetable probably in a shop. People come, take vegetables and he wastes them in the digital machine and gives to them, anybody, okay. But that man can be a genius, remarkable intelligence, remarkable intellect will get developed with this kind of infusion of energy as the time progresses. Saturn Mercury comes only perfect consciousness, it perfects. Saturn is all about perfecting the energy whatever planet it sits with. That's why Saturn makes the person routine, engage in routine repetitive activities, because it is work that karma has to be performed. Simply, that the sword will not be razor sharp, you have to sharpen it, so that is Saturn. So he ends up sharpening the Mercury, the speech, the intellect, the contemplative ability infused with from the Ketu, so all of that gets developed with time. So this is one of the best conjunction, but the people have to go through those initial days of confusion, the initial days of unclarity, the adversity the life brings, and they have to forbear. If you fail to forbear, if you become frustrated, which Saturn Ketu will make you feel, or very, very rigid, then things will seem very, very difficult and absolutely chaotic. So you should not do that, you should forbear and have hope and continue to do what I just told you, okay. So I hope this would make sense to you. If you really have Saturn, Mercury and Ketu, then it will definitely make sense to you. So I hope you would give me a like here and subscribe if you want to. I'll see you in the next video. For consultations, please go to my website here, okay. I wish you all the best. Har Har Mahadev.